Well, you know now that the most controversial issue regarding the party list is the Duterte youth.
Yes.
And Mr. Cardema, as of last night, I think was allowed to file his petition that the COMELEC ruled that he met the deadline for filing.
Yes.
So we don't know if this means, well, the COMELEC said it doesn't mean that they have ruled on his eligibility. They are leaving this to the House Electoral Tribunal, which can take 3 years, of course. So we know
It's
we're
very slow.
expecting that he will be taking the seat.
Yeah.
What do you think of this? And does this negate the? Do you think this gives reason for us to review the existence of the party list system itself, not just to amend the law, but just think about abolishing the system altogether? Because that's what some people are saying.
Yeah, out of frustration, it's
Yeah.
quite understandable. And actually, with regard to the automated system, we can segue a little bit. That would partly explain why people want to go manual because of the problems that we're having. But anyway, going back to the Duterte youth, yes, it's very much unacceptable. It's very brazen. To use a Tagalog term, it's very garapal for him to do that, doing it at the 11th hour. And mind you, just for the sake of our viewers right now, it's the first time in the history of the party list system where all 5 nominees withdrew all at once. So it's unprecedented. And what's also unprecedented is that it was done at the 11th hour. Make no mistake about it, it may be well within the deadline, but it was May 12, a Sunday, exactly 5:30 p.m. So that's why some lawyers are saying that, hey, maybe...
Are you saying this was planned to begin with?
Exactly. Absolutely. It was planned because, well, he claims that that the nominees met and that they felt that Cardema is in the best position to represent Duterte youth, and that was the reason why they all withdrew. But you know what? The information that we got, and I think this was leaked also to the media, was that the explanation given by the 5 nominees. They didn't say that they were afraid of the left or that they would want Cardema to be there. The reasons are quite varied. One says that there are travel opportunities. The other wants to retain his privacy. The other says that he doesn't know anything about policy making. So
All
it's
this in
quite funny.
hindsight.
Bakit siya na-nominate?
Exactly the question. I'm sorry?
All this in hindsight.
No, it's on record that
I mean,
they
all this
gave-
in hindsight, all these realizations.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Come in
definitely.
hindsight.
The realizations and as well as the fact that Cardema really wanted to be part of the House of Representatives. So maybe he waited because let's try to review the facts. May 3 to 6 was the survey period of Pulse Asia. That was the latest survey. And it was released. And then after that, they decided perhaps to, hey, we have a chance of getting 1 seat, so let's put Cardema in. So
Well, he did it because he was allowed to do it.
technically, yes, that's correct.
Yes.
But again, it's unprecedented. And again, we go back to the circumvention of the law. Where is the circumvention? It's the age requirement. If you're a youth sector party list, you have to be 30 years old. He's more than 30.
Sir, mukhang naging mas controversial. The party list system has always been controversial, but now it's become even more controversial because of what's happened, particularly with Mr. Cardema, and now we have groups that the nominees are under fire. Not just Mr. Cardema. I think you're aware of what we're talking about. What do you think of what's happening? What can we do with the party list system? People are saying maybe we should just do away with the system or it needs amendment, but who is going to amend it if the congressmen themselves are benefiting from it? Ano pa kaya ang magagawa natin dito, sir?
Yeah, well, first of all, yung sa kaso ni Cardema, that's really a gross example of abusing the party list law and existing rules of COMELEC and election laws in order to gain a seat in Congress. Yung ginawa nga niya na umupo siya sa kanyang pwesto until the very last minute, tapos in the end magsasubstitute siya. So, all the while abusing his position to campaign for that party. Kaya that's why it's so important for COMELEC to really make a stand here and disqualify him so as not to set a precedent. As people have said, this Cardema incident is, once again making people, making a mockery of the whole party list system. And then you mentioned, of course, yung problema ngayon. We see it even more after this election, how the powerful political dynasties, rich business interests, and the like are now really dominating the party list elections. So definitely there has to be reform. In the previous Congress, there was some serious discussion about reforming the party list system. We in Makabayan had proposed that the party list system go back to the original concept of it being a system for representing marginalized sectors and ensuring that the representatives themselves would come from the marginalized sectors. Unfortunately, tama yun, no? I mean, the bill has to be passed by the parties in interest themselves.